Hey guys, it's Miss Shaber, and I'm going to show you how to make a graffiti wall like this, complete with your name on it. The first thing you want to do is you want to go look at our directions, and we are going to look at step one, creating a digital graffiti tag. And these directions should be in your Google Classroom. So the first thing, and you know what, it looks like a lot of directions. What? But that's because I typed in every little tiny thing you need to do, and a lot of it is super easy. So the very first thing that you're going to go do is you're going to go click on graffiticreator.net, and it's going to take you here, and you get to pick your style. I'm going to pick Chrome, but you can pick any of them. You're going to click load. Now each one is a little bit different, but you'll type your name in. You can type in your name, you can type in your last name, you could type in a nickname, just as long as it's appropriate for school. And then you'll click create. And then you get to kind of play with the colors. You can play with the width, you can play with the height, and you can play with the rotation of the letters. I'm going to keep mine like that. But as you click on each one, it'll tell you what part of the letter it is impacting. Sorry. And you can see I can change the different fades, can play with the colors a little bit. And each time I click something, it's going to add a little something to my graffiti tag. And I can keep doing that until I have something that I like. So let's say I like this one. Because this is actually considered an animation, I can't just right click on it and save. You'll see when I right click it, it doesn't let me do that. So I have to kind of trick the computer a little bit. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to do a screenshot. Now I'm on a PC. So the way I would do a screenshot is I'd click on my start button and I'd type in snip, and I would pull up the snipping tool. Oops, I have a little ad that popped up. Sorry. I'm going to pull up the snipping tool. There it is. I'm going to click on new. My screen goes kind of gray. And I'm going to draw a picture around what I want to keep. It'll pop up a screen, and then I'm going to click on the blue diskette to save. You want to find somewhere where you know where it's saved at. I'm going to say Miss Z Graffiti Tag and save it. Okay. Now, if you're on a Chromebook, it's a little bit different, and if you look at our directions, it tells you. What you'll do, and look, it says right here, step 6B, it says on a Chromebook, click on the Control, Shift, and Windows switcher button. And that's what those buttons on your Chromebook look like. And then you're going to draw a box around you like, and when you release, it will automatically save to your Google Drive as a screenshot, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to go back here. So now that I have it saved, I'm going to go to Pixlr, and my directions actually tell me that. So it says step number 7, go to Pixlr. I'm going to go there, and if it asks you if you can allow, say yes, I want it. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to open an image from my computer. Now, if you saved it to your Google Drive, you may have to go find it in your Google Drive and just download it to your actual Chromebook. So that's a little extra step for you, but I'll be here to help you. But you're going to open image from computer, and you're going to go and find your graffiti tag. I saved it as Miss Z Graffiti Tags. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. And open. And I want to get rid of this gray background. And the way I do that, the first thing I have to double click right here where it says double click to unlock layer. I'm going to double click. It's unlocked. I can click right here on my magic wand tool. My tolerance is at 21, so we'll see if that's not good. I'm going to click, and it puts marching ants all around my background, and I'm going to go edit, cut. Now I might also want to get rid of this gray in between some of my letters, so I can click on the magic wand tool again, click. If I hold down the shift button, watch what happens. A plus sign appears. So I'm going to hold down the shift button, and I'm going to go in there and grab all the extra background gray I don't want. And I'm going to go edit, cut. Now that looks beautiful. Wherever you see this checkerboard, that means that it's totally clear. There's nothing there. And that's exactly what I want right now. So then I'm done. I'm going to go to File, Save. I want you to make sure you save it as a PNG. Sometimes it'll say JPEG here, but you need to click and make sure it's a PNG. That's going to keep your background clear, which will be important. You're going to click OK. You're going to click Save. You might have to replace the old snip, which that's good. That's okay. So you can replace it and say sure. Now you are done with step 1. That's all. That's it. Look, all those directions all the way down to the bottom we just did in less than 5 minutes. Okay. Now we have to go on to step 2. All right, and so step 2, the first big step is we want to open up a brick wall. So I have put for you a drive in Google Classroom where there's a bunch of brick walls, okay? And so you can go and grab your brick wall, and you want to make sure it's saved to your computer, whether you're on a Chromebook or you're on a PC laptop, okay? And now we want to open that up in Pixlr. So let me go back to Pixlr. I'm going to go to File, Open Image. I know where mine is saved, so let me go find it. Oh, and here they are. So let me find one I like. There's one I like. And here it is. And now I have to get this over here on that. So I'm actually going to exit out because I don't need it anymore. I don't need to save it because I've already saved it. I'm going to go to Layer, Open Images Layer. Now, a lot of people go to File, Open. You don't want to open a new file. You want to put the graffiti into the brick wall. So we have to go to Layer, Open Images Layer. And you need to go find your graffiti wherever it is. There's mine. And there it is. Now, it might be too small. I can go Edit, Free Transform. I always like things, and if I toggle it to the side, I can do it like that. I think it looks interesting if it kind of goes off the page a little bit, but that's up to you. Click off to the side. It's going to ask you a question and say, do you like this? Would you like to keep it? And you're going to say, yes, I do. Now, this next step is about as tricky as it gets, but you want to actually make this look more like it's actually on the brick wall and not just like a sticker I put there. And the way you'll do that is you have to kind of play with the layer options. The layer options is right here. That's this option right here. And if you look in your directions, I actually put a picture there for you so you would know what it is I'm talking about when I say these layer options. So let's go back. So I'm going to click right here on layer options, and the thing that pops up is opacity. Watch what happens to my graffiti tag when I start playing with the opacity. It starts looking a little bit more like it's really there, right? Because you can see a little bit of the brick. I think somewhere between 60 and 75. Do you see this number? 60 and 75 is like the best place, but you pick a place that's good. Now I would save it again because you don't want Pixlr to crash on you. So give it a name, like your name graffiti. My name is Amy Z. Graffiti wall. You can save this one as a JPEG, that's fine. I would turn the quality up to 100 because you've worked hard on this. Make sure you save it somewhere where you know where it is. So I'm going to save it on my desktop because I'll know where that is. There it is. Now you get to do something kind of fun. Now you get to go and you get to do a Google image search for like a favorite cartoon, and we're going to insert that into our brick wall. So I love Hello Kitty. So I did a Google image search for that. Be really careful when you do your Google image searches. The safe search is on, but sometimes things kind of squeak through. So you need to make sure that you're searching for appropriate things. You don't want to get in trouble for going somewhere on the internet you're not supposed to go to. So once you're here, find an image you like and click on it, but you have to click all the way through. Like this is a thumbnail. You don't want the thumbnail, you want the actual image. So click on View Image and it'll take you all the way there. Right click, Save Image As. Save it somewhere where you know where it's going to be. I'm going to save it to my desktop as Hello Kitty. There it is. It's saved. Now I'm going to go back to my graffiti. I'm going to go to Layer, Open Images Layer, and then I'm going to go find my kitty. Hello Kitty, where are you? There she is. And open. Now she's got this white background that I don't want. Ew. Okay. So what I do is I go click on my magic wand tool again. I'm going to highlight all the white I don't want, and I'm going to go Edit, Cut. I can click right here. This is my move tool. I can click and I can put her wherever I want. Maybe she's right here. Maybe I want her bigger. Edit, Free Transform. Oh, she's kind of big. I'm going to have her, maybe I'm going to have her kind of going off the page right here. That's kind of interesting. Click and say yes. And then I also need to toggle the opacity. So I'll click on Toggle Layer Settings. And I'm going to turn the opacity down to about, ooh, that's good right there. Now, once I have everything I like, I can save it. If you want to play with paintbrushes and try to make something look like you graffitied it on your wall with a paint can, you can absolutely play with that a little bit. I would just make sure you save before you do any playing, so then that way if you don't like it, you're not stuck with it. And then if you're playing and you're not sure if you like it, you can always save 2 versions. When you go to save, you can say your name graffiti wall 2, and then you've got 2 files to choose from. Okay, so I'm going to save Amy C graffiti wall. Quality 100, JPEG is great, click OK, save, make sure, oh, I'm replacing my old file, that's okay, because I like this file better. Okay, then you're going to go to your email account, Gmail, and you're going to compose a letter to me, ashaber@seriesusd.net. If you don't remember that, look at this, guys. I've made it so easy for you. If you scroll down, these are all the directions we just went through, by the way. Look, you can just copy and paste my email address right there. Okay, type in graffiti assignment. Then you want to attach a file. Go find your artwork. So I'm going to go find Amy Z graffiti wall. There it is. I'm going to click open. I'm going to wait. And then I can click on send. And if I wait a moment, there it is. There's the assignment I turned in. So once I get that, I can print it for you and I can grade it. That's all there is to it, guys. If you have any questions, you can always send me an email. Thank you so much.